Hey guys, Taro here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Rails and Metal, playing for today's spawning in the north. We have ChubbyGauths as the OKW. He's got Special Operations, for Ground Forces, and Elite Armor. Teaming up with him is SlayeR, the Osseer, who has Jaeger Infantry, Lightning War, and Jaeger Armor. Random team, well, both these teams are random. ChubbyGauths around rank 150, random 2s, OKW, and SlayeR around rank 15. On the south, we have Drinkwater as US Forces, who has Infantry Company, Recon Support, and Airborne. And Bannoura, who has Mechanized Support, Guard Motor Coordination, and Guard Rifle Combined Arms as Soviets. Yeah, these guys are also random team. I can't remember which way around, but one of them's rank 50, one of them's around rank 100. So, you know, if you average out the ranks between these two, it's a pretty close match. Rails and Metal does tend to favor Axis. So, you know, they do have the slight ranking disadvantage, but because of the map, that should cancel it out. So we see a double combat engineer build here from Bannoura, and he's actually going with conscripts after that. I think we've seen Von Ivan try to use this in couple GCS matches. I feel like there's less room to make use of a build like this in 2v2 though. Really, there's like less room to maneuver. But at the very least, you're not allowed him to get up here, wire everything off with those double combat engineers. And later on, his tech timings shouldn't be impacted too much, having two squads. One of them should be around to build his tech structures. SlayeR moving his machine gun around here. Sitting up behind the wall. Gets that squad as they try to round the machine gun's arc. Unlucky there for Bannoura. He's got to slug it out. Bringing in Grenadiers, which are on negative cover right now. Pioneers coming from the side. Conscript's going to have to retreat now. He's going to stick it out. Did get all the way down here towards the base sector. And now we've got squads coming in from the side. Drinkwater putting pressure on the machine gun. Stay doing a good job though, backpedaling, not forced to retreat. Wants to keep the machine gun on the field, try hold on to some territory.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
So slightly a tough start for the Axis, but they held on to their fuel most importantly and the munitions, so things are looking up for them. Oh, very early grenade tech there from Drinkwater. Catches ChubbyGauths out of... just catches him off guard, really. Wasn't expecting it. Gets hit by it. Now he's charging in. Got Stern Pioneers here. He lobs a grenade. Will he dodge this one? This is one he really should have dodged. Should have been expecting this with two squads charging up to a cover position like this. Dodges this one though. That was a pretty bad idea, throwing that grenade then. Honestly. Oh, in comes a Molotov as well. Axis gonna have to dodge a few of those grenades and mollies. So we've got a 3 Grenadier tech for SlayeR. We see the 222 will be the Flamer half-track. Use a little bit more manpower before you can get it. Also seeing 3 rifles into ambulance here. He's going for a forward ambulance as Drinkwater. Quite a long retreat path on this map, so if you can, you know, soft retreat back to a forward reinforcement point like this can be very advantageous. But those two combined have delayed his tick. And he's still not ticking. Oh, he's building a fuel cache. Okay, I can understand if you want to get early grenades and ambulance, but at this stage you have to tick. Otherwise you just don't have enough units on the field. Gonna lose map control because of it. And that's actually a munitions cache as well. So perhaps to help fuel his grenade spam. Looks like he was maybe considering throwing a grenade, but just cancelled it and retreated there. Comes 222 for SlayeR. Some good damage. Send your grenade into the incoming units, and he's got a machine gun sitting up behind it. Oh, but that's going to be the end of the Kubel. Very late grenade. Forcing away all these squads. Does have AT grenades ticked though. And he retreats all of those units. Must have made, did they run into the machine gun? I'm not sure. I mean, his rear echelons ran into the machine gun earlier, so you would think that he would then be able to avoid running into it with his whole blob, but maybe that was a misclick. Maybe he only wanted to retreat the rear echelons, but retreated the whole group. He just had them selected. Anyway, did go for airborne and paratroopers. And he's paradropped in this 50 cal. Oh, and that's going to connect. It's going to put the 2-2 out of commission for a little bit. There's Pioneers back at base. Not really in jeopardy of it dying here. Just going to stay in there, keep fighting. We've got another airdrop coming in, and it's another 50 cal. And he still hasn't got an officer, so not sure what exactly he's up to. I imagine because he's dropping in 50 cals, he will be going for the captain. Otherwise he would have ticked lieutenant and been able to get these cheaper, slightly cheaper. Dropping them in is like basically the same cost. It's 50 cal, and then you have to pay for the reinforcements. Wow, that was a close call. Engineer just gets away. Another AT grenade goes in though on the 222. Pulls that back for repairs once more. But he's going to be able to get close enough in here for an incendiary grenade, and there it goes. Cal repositioning. Rifleman coming in on the flank, forcing away all those squads. There's that second 50 cal there. Okay, it's going over to the other side of the map. He's going to plop it in the building. Not a bad idea. Got the control over there. Oh! Oh! Grenadier goes down. Late retreat. Looks like we saw a preemptive pack here. Do have tier 3 and a T-series in production now for Bannoura. Okay. Oh, he's got those LMGs now. Conscripts gonna have trouble beating those LMG grenadiers. But it looks like a few of those moles not in cover properly yet. I guess. And on the back of those 50 cals, a lot of territory being gained for Drinkwater in the north. ChubbyGauths struggling to hang in there. Gone for both stages of tech, but we didn't see any light vehicles from him. I feel like that's a bit of an error. Should have seen looks probably. Even a Puma would be acceptable. And oh, AT grenade and T70 follow up. Where's that pack? Oh, it's on the other side of the map. That is dead. I'm not sure why it was on the other side of the map. You know, just teammate does have a kitten already. Just leave him to tend to his own business. Going for a second machine gun. Oh, but we've got a bit of a flank coming in here from Drinkwater. Gonna get round the side of the MG42. And this other one's taking some flamethrower damage. I think that's going to be a complete collapse for SlayeR. And could even lose this. Yeah, out on the negative cover. Loses machine gun. Is that going to be triple MGs? Perhaps the Soviet player's going to get it because he could do it with an MG. Yep. Okay, they're distributing. You know, they're allocating their resources effectively. I don't think Drinkwater needed a third machine gun, so he lets it. He's alone for his ally to crew. Oh man, what is he doing? Jumping to a building right next to a flamethrower, taking a whole bunch of damage. Pack being wheeled back in now to deal with the T70. He's taking some damage. Oh, but the pack misses the first shot. Second one connects. Oh man, I wonder if that first shot connected, if that would be dead. How much damage it took from the 222. Oh, rifles out there on negative cover, but he manages to get a grenade in and the suppression. Pushing the retreat, but the Axis, you know, got control of their fuel at the very least. Perhaps SlayeR should maybe not keep pushing down this avenue. Kind of come over to his teammate's side a little bit more. They play a bit more of a team game. Especially with us here, you know, they're not typically that good at doing this kind of aggressive play. Harassing here, this would be much better suited to OKW. Oh, in comes the walking Stuka, that's what he's gone for first. Somehow does basically no damage to unit inside. Building's very low, however. Because, you know, you're always trying to wheel around your team weapons and they're a bit cumbersome.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Don't just have like units with STGs that can fire them on the move. Quite good at charging forwards. You know, you got the LMGs instead. Better at fighting while stationary. So, I mean, obviously, you know, if this was like a arranged or like a proper game, you could, you know, decide what spawn you're in, and perhaps they would switch them around, but those ladder games don't really have the option to do that. Anyway, tier 3 going up for SlayeR. And has enough resources for a unit straight into the Panzer IV. Double Raketans. And neither of them have hit anything so far. Looks like ChubbyGauths going to try and go for the last stage of tech. Oh, why did he pack that up? Oh, that's a big mistake. He could actually lose that. Oh, I suppose he doesn't actually have weapon upgrades and didn't throw the grenade. was expecting a grenade there. Maybe he didn't quite have the munitions actually. Oh, both Shrek shots miss. Stuka barrage. Ooh, that was a good hit. 4 kills. Yeah, they got a wipe as well. Here comes the Panzer IV, and I think the Allies are a bit understaffed in terms of anti-tank. We've got one M1 on the left-hand side. I don't think the Soviet player has any, apart from the AT grenades. And also floating just an enormous amount of resources. No tier 4 down. Probably would have expected to see maybe a ZIS and tier 4 already completed. Oh, runs over 2 mines. AT grenade coming in now. What's that add up to? Doesn't quite get the kill. Oh my god, that was a huge rifle grenade. Almost one shot that stolen MG.
We are losing territory.
Pulls this back for repairs. Still only got one Pioneer though. Going for a second Panzer Grenade here. Not really recommended. Jingo gets flanked. Does he have any... I suppose he's got, you know, he's got Lightning War in there. It's one thing I've been experimenting with. It's Shrek's a little bit cheaper. I mean, it's, you know, only a little bit, but it does make a difference. Using that with tactical movement with the Shrek squads, just like sprinting them in, going for vehicle kills. Oh, that is a big wipe. Oh, almost gets one back, but not quite. All escaping on low models. Forced back by the T-70, which is nearly Vet 2. That's when it'll gain the improved sight and recon mode, which is really helpful on a long map like this. Still coming in for SlayeR. Bannoura has selected his commander. He's going to go for the T-34-85. It's a pretty powerful combo. You know, the mark target P-47 rocket strafe, even though they did nerf this a little bit in the last patch. Still pretty potent. So T-34 coming onto the field. It's going to be up against 2 medium tanks in response, and he still doesn't have a ZIS, which I'm very surprised about. Did go for tier 1, I suppose that's probably the reason why, but I don't understand why he went for tier 1. Maybe just to get a slightly faster T-70 out. This costs a little bit less fuel, but I think in the long run, you know, in these team games, you're probably going to need tier 2. So you might as well just go for it, unless you're trying to make use of the tier 1 units early. Which he did not. Still going on the aggressive here. Another walking Stuka barrage coming in. Pretty well dodged there by Drinkwater, going to the left, you know, not going straight forward or straight back. Seems to be a pretty effective way to dodge. Oh, and come the infiltration grenades, and that is a full retreat. Not quite such a good dodge that time, but Maybe he was controlling something else at the time. He heard grenades, like, oh damn, I just have to retreat. Can't risk losing my squads. Oh my god, that building was so close to being flattened. Double kittens from the side, T-3485 getting chased away. No machine gun upgrade for this. Just hurting his anti-infantry capabilities a little bit. He's gone for the double Shreks instead. So a tremendous amount of anti-tank for SlayeR. I feel like he's lacking a bit of anti-infantry. Even these conscripts are causing him some headaches. He's back in base being repaired. Well, you can see there he's winding up to throw the Molotov, but got suppressed. Which in turn lowered the range, cancelling the Molotov. One thing sometimes you've got to consider is, you know, if you're fighting a machine gun frontally and you do have, you're going to try hit it with a grenade or Molotov, something like that, sometimes it's better to try and close in close to the max range, because that way if you get suppressed whilst throwing it, you'll still get it off. Easier said than done, I know, but can pay dividends. The USF player coming out onto this right hand side does have the weapon upgrades now as well, so those bars are going to be doing some damage. Panzer IV just kind of sitting there. Could take an anti-tank grenade. He's called in the marked vehicle. Stug is fighting but missed that shot. AT grenade, double AT grenade onto the Panzer IV. Conscripts coming in behind this. Oh, he retreats that grenadier a little bit late. Did go for Jaeger armor. Oh, and that takes engine damage as well. Machine gun out the back. Looks like it got some suppression in. We turn the tide in the Axis favor. I'm a bit curious why he went for Jaeger armor. Maybe he's just going to try to go all anti-tank, get out the elephant. Because, you know, it doesn't really need Stuka dive bomb recon plane. There's not going to be any howitzers. Should know these facing guard motor by this stage. I personally would have liked to see, you know, the tactical movement on the Panzer Grenadiers sprinting forwards, trying to knock out these Allied tanks. Allies, though, they have had a lot of munitions coming in thanks to those caches that went down quite early. They have 3 caches, 2 munitions, 1 fuel. Axis have no caches at all. It does seem like the Axis, or at least SlayeR, is lacking a bit of anti-infantry. Dodge that. Just managed to get V1 though. Shreks charging forward, getting suppressed though. S-35 over here as well. It's gonna make SlayeR's life really hard. I see the machine gun on this walking Stuka come to life here, perhaps. No, not quite. Bunker there, locking down some territory. Oh, he's going after it. Sets up but I think one of those shots missed. See when he escapes. Pretty close call. Oh, and that's a King Tiger for ChubbyGauths. Okay. We got one Jackson, one SU-85, so it's going to be coming onto a field with, you know, a decent amount of anti-tank. Also, it seems like ChubbyGauths, I mean, he is using this constantly, like, pretty well on time with its cooldown, but does seem to be targeting, like, the moving rifleman a lot. It's making it very hard to land effective barrage. Maybe you could shoot some of them at the other side of the map, because maybe Bannoura doesn't expect it, because he hasn't had any targeted at him yet. Or retreats right into that one. Still didn't get any wipes, and only 4 kills, but a lot of veterancy. Strug MP4 coming through. Starting to vet up quite nicely. Still good dive bomb coming in this region. Oh, heavy mortar just got annihilated. Tank destroyers are charging forwards. Strug's in big trouble. Need to use target weak point there. Doesn't, and goes down, but so does the Jackson. Oh, and the pack misses the killing blow on the SU-85. Very lucky break there for Bannoura. Very, very lucky. And there is the elephant after losing Strug. Finally got the resources to call that in. No. Long range COH2 bros trying to clear out the pack. I thought maybe he'd be targeting this, but I suppose it. Oh, and he got it! Oh, I can't believe he got it. That was must have been on the very, very far edge of the scatter. I looked away because I was like, oh yeah, it's home free, but apparently not. Look at all this just clustered up here. It's been targeted by the walking Stuka. This could be the one. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Clears out the M1. It's Vet 2. That's when he gets the second cooldown bonus, making it much more powerful. Pop those off much more frequently. Both the cooldown bonuses. That's when the walking Stuka becomes beastly. Now the elephant and the King Tiger here, lining up shots on the T-3485. So maybe they lost sight of it. Goes in the recon plane now. I think the allies don't have yet. Don't have any heavy tanks, I suppose. Recon planes circling. Stolen incendiary rounds going off there. Oh, the elephant rotates round, forcing back the 85. Targeting this general area. Oh, could get the wipe. Oh, and he does. Oh, and it looks like the Jackson coming around on the side of the King Tiger. King Tiger being repaired. M1 being brought up in support. Needs to activate the arm-piercing rounds. No. King Tiger's going to be able to get away safely. Kittens are there for support. No repair speed upgrade, which I think is a mistake. His tech structure's way back in base, so can't really make effective use of the repair pioneers on that. So it does need the repair speed upgrade on stern pioneers for sure. There's an artillery flare, that means he's going to be doing a walking Stuka barrage very shortly. I think it's targeting over here. There's 3 models. That was decent. Allies though trying to set up a triple cap here. However, the Allies are very far behind him. VP's axis still on 344. Oh my god, the King Tiger comes through with the monster hit. It's like one shot that conscript squad. I think it was like 4 or 5 men as well. That was a nasty hit. And that's the thing about the King Tiger, you know, it's got pretty big scatter, but you know, when it lands one of those shots, even a 6-man squad isn't safe. Crazy damage. Just forcing some retreats. Got tier 4 going up for SlayeR. Stuka barrage coming in, trying to clear out this M1, and he does. Takes engine damage on the King Tiger, and he feels like he can get aggressive with the Jackson, but he runs right into the camouflage Raketans. King Tiger, oh, but he's juking the turret, but he just goes down to the tech structure. In comes the P-47s. Oh, and he tries to go in for the walking Stuka, but he runs over a mine tech structure. A little bit of follow-up. Down it goes. Oh, and he's trying to get aggressive with this SU-85. He really wants to kill that walking Stuka. P-47 is still flying around. Elephant gets another hit in. Oh, Panzer IV bounces the killing blow. In comes the T-3485. P-47's come in for another assault. Elephant in jeopardy now, being flanked by a Jackson. Where are these Shreks? Shreks, shoot this. Come back here and shoot this. No, he's going after the walking Stuka first. P-47's coming in for their last pass. Elephant's still alive. Here come the Shreks now. They're doing some good damage. He hits the mine. And down it goes. That was a close call. It's out of control, and it looked like the turret was swinging around. Could have got one more shot on the Elephant. That would have been the killing blow, but it had so much damage there. Managed to stop it from ruining his day with the out of control crit. SlayeR going for the Panzerwerfer. Probably a good idea now that his teammates lost his rocket artillery. That was a very costly push though for the Allies. You can see Drinkwater, 29 supply. Bannoura did a better job of preserving his units. Lost the that Vedup T-70, which is a pretty big loss, especially against the Elephant. Being able to spot that Elephant long range to try and avoid it is very handy, but could have been worse. Seems to be using this Katyusha quite long range though. I'd like to see him close in for some closer range barrages. It's just rolling onto the field is Sherman. I suppose he is getting bullied now by these Obers, both of them hitting Vet 2. When they gain their massive accuracy bonuses, makes them so lethal. And he doesn't go for another King Tiger, goes for the Command Panther to place the deceased KT. And this is actually probably a pretty good choice. The coordinated fire ability on this synergizes quite well with the elephant. Because, you know, since they nerfed the elephant's damage, no longer 2-shots mediums anymore, but the damage bonus from this will 2-shot mediums. Once more. Come on, Panther, gotta be careful. SU-85's right there. Got a bazooka coming sprinting forwards as well. Elephant misses that blow. Bazooka coming around the side. I imagine he's only got one bazooka. I don't know where he's going with this. SlayeR had the recon plane. That's how they could see what's going on. How he's getting those long range shots in with the elephant. Double Raketen setting up. Oh my god. And they just nuke the T-34-85. And they finish it off. Elephant's taken a lot of damage, but if he can survive this... Oh, one more shot, and I think the elephant's going to go down, but can he get it off? Oh, he does! The elephant goes down. That was so close. Is that P-47's coming in now? Going after the Command Panther, and they wipe the Pioneers repairing it. Comes the COH2 now, going after those Raketens, doing some good damage. Retreats now. Looks like they'll get away just fine. Where's this P4 going? Is he going after the COH2? He is, but he runs over a mine. A lot of... Oh my god! Oh, I thought he's just gonna lose it there. 3 mines in a row. Not quite. Oh, but here comes the Sherman. He's on the armor-piercing ammo as well, and he penetrates from the front. Very unlucky for SlayeR with the armored skirts. Misses their second shot. Shrek's not there for support, and down it goes. Oh man, he's getting cut to pieces with that Gren. And there it goes. Allies very aware of their VP situation though. You can see that they have much more focus on the VPs now. Strug coming in for SlayeR. Like it was I think it was a bit of a mismicro with this elephant, honestly. I think if he backed away, maybe could have got out of the range of the SU-85. Saved the elephant with the kill for a different unit. Here comes the Strug. And he's on high explosive right now, so he's not going to be very useful against the Strug. Trying to avoid it. Still hasn't switched the ammo. Excuse me. Strug going to be chasing this down now. Oh, and he gets it. So both teams losing some tanks, going deep for a bit of a base dive. The 3485 is going to charge this frontally. Not so good idea. Grenadier's there for the Faust, and he realizes that, and he gets out of there in the nick of time. Have we seen him? Okay. It looks like a Werfer barrage did just come in. I missed it though, and amongst all the rest of the action. 3 kills. It's got a lot of variancy though. Must have done quite a lot of damage. Going for a walking Stuka as well. Rebuilding those overs that he lost. Look at army supplies as we see the allies do seem to have a little bit of an edge, maybe about 15 supply total.
Combat unit ready. Looks like we're going in.
Some paratroops being upgraded with the Thompsons, which Seems somewhat counterintuitive on a long-range map like this, but just the wipe potential from the Thompsons is so good. Even on a long-range map like this, you can still find spots to make use of the tactical advance. Wipe squads on retreat with it. This force is charging forwards here. No suppression to stop this. With ChubbyGauths didn't recrew any of those MG34s he left lying around the battlefield. Second Stug, so it looks like he's gonna give up on the elephant. T-3485 getting a bit aggressive here. What's he looking for? I feel like he's not particularly well equipped to fight the Panther, but maybe he's going after the Walking Stuka? I'm not sure. Okay, maybe he's trying to find sight for somewhere for the COH2 barrage. Oh! Oh, he annihilates the vehicle crew for that Sherman that was being repaired up there thanks to the recon plane had start of it. Can he steal it though? Grand Theft. No, he's going to come forward and kill it. Nice execution by SlayeR. Catching Drinkwater with his pants down there. Oh, and you can see those Thompsons going to work there. Gets the wipe. That's what I was talking about. Just needs to retreat. Yeah, he just has nothing that could hold the onslaught. Yep, one already with 6 kills. Stuka barrage coming in. Good hit. Machine guns dueling on the sides. Bunkers down, remember, so his flank is a little bit exposed for SlayeR. Oh, and he loses one of those machine guns. That's a disaster. Doesn't have any, like, anti-infantry vehicles to stop this control group from Drinkwater just charging around the map. That's one thing the Axis are sorely lacking right now. Bit of anti-infantry damage. A lot of anti-tank. 3 Stugs and a command Panther. Got the anti-tank well under control, but Drinkwater's infantry is doing some good damage. Comes another recon plane following it up the roof of barrage. It's a little bit of damage there. Doesn't really get too many models killed though. Duke dive bomb must be in this region. No real reaction there. Pack gets abandoned on a pixel of health. Now he's charging in on the back of this. Next to that recon plane sight. Feels like he can get aggressive here. Go after this Vet 2 SU-85. AT gun's coming up behind this though. Don't think he had sight of that at the time. But he gets the Vet 3 SU-85. Now he's going after the T-3485. One of the Stugs goes down. AT gun's repositioned to face the Command Panther. There's one more shot to kill it, but troops charging in here. I think they're going to get an AT grenade off on this. Oh, and now he's getting caught on a tree. Doing a bit of a spin around. That's going to be the end of the Command Panther for sure. No! Oh, the clutch walking Stuka barrage clears out both those AT guns just before they land the killing blow. One shot from death. I think even a bazooka will kill this. And he's trying to do that charging in there. Oh, he's not continuing the retreat. Bazooka on the rearm. I think he might need 2 bazookas though. Oh, just the one gets abandoned.
Medium panzer lost.
But he's not trying to kill this. Maybe he's switching targets to it now. So it can't be recruit. Still, Allies did lose a lot of their armor there.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
What is he doing? Got a lot of float from both of the Allies as well. And just start spending it. Looks like Drinkwater's doing that. Bannoura, though, needs to spend some of that. Thing is, though, you know, he doesn't have tier 2, so he can't make machine guns, which would be quite nice for locking down the VPs. Maybe an anti-tank gun. Deal with these Stugs. I suppose he could maybe steal one of his allies' ones from back here.
Supply sector under attack.
Or even just more infantry, just like a squad of guards would be quite nice. You know, don't float 1,000 manpower. It's pretty simple advice, honestly. Maybe he wants to get one more tank in his composition and he's worried about the supply. But, you know, they're at the shallow end of the VP pool now. Don't have time to be worrying about that. Just need to be chucking units into the VPs. For fear of losing. Or just go down there, just throwing away. Pretty decent walking Stuka barrage once more. Those M1s and the Thompsons. Oh, that was a good whiff barrage that time. Somewhere both those conscripts. Uh-oh, rear armor exposed. The Panzer IV, he's running away with it now. Using his low health AT guns to cap. That's how desperate the Allies are. And he's gone for a flak panzer. Don't see that too often. It looks like Bannoura's gonna give up on that right hand side temporarily. His vehicle's damaged. Only got one engineer for repairs as well at the moment. Repairs are gonna be a little bit slow. Probably gonna have to make use of the crew repair. Does have a lot of munitions, so might as well. And he is indeed doing just that. Causing the guards now finally starting to spend a bit of that float. Goes for another SU-85. Axis themselves getting very low on VPs. They're feeling the pressure as well. The recon plane comes in for SlayeR. He's looking for targets of opportunity. He's got his Panzerwerfer ready for a barrage. He's got his armor in a nice formation next to the road so they can quickly maneuver to an attack target. Oh! Walking Stuka getting targeted here by the Sherman, but he doesn't see it somehow. There it goes. He's gonna lose his Sherman for that, but I think that's probably worthwhile. There was Vet 2 walking Stuka. SlayeR going on the charge here, but runs over a mine with two of his tanks. Now they're incapacitated, taking some damage. SU-85 coming in on the back of this. With guards there as well. Oh, this is not going well for SlayeR at all. Got the killing blow on the T-34-85. Can he escape with his other two tanks? SU-85 charging forwards. Oh, he's not on prioritized vehicles. Switch it over to focus sight mode. And looks like he's going to settle with killing the bunker. Shrek's coming in from the side, prevent him from chasing in any further. P-47's coming in, trying to keep the Panzer IV under control. Oh, double AT guns actually going after the Schwer. Now switch targets to the P4, which parked right in front of them, and he's probably going to lose that now. Tech structure's going to go down here. P-47's even come in on a little bit of damage on the wreck, which actually damages the tech structure. Yeah, that goes for ChubbyGauths. He's not too far away from the resources from a Panther command tank though, so it's not that much of a problem. The problem right now is the VPs. Looks like the Axis still have the army lead, thanks to SlayeR keeping those medium tanks alive. They managed to back away, but surely now he's going to have to be a bit more diligent with his minesweeping. Doesn't actually have minesweepers on either of his pioneers, even though he almost lost a tank over here before. Really needs those sweepers. Let's just come in for a Ura AT grenade. Keep the flak panzer out of combat for a little bit longer. He's upgrading this with spotting scopes, interesting. S-35 charging forwards. And Allies about to set up the triple cap. Get in that capture circle, man. Oh, you're right next to it. Oh, no. Could have blocked that. Stopped the drain so much. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Using the artillery flares so he knows how he can approach to flank that machine gun so he can get the cap off safely. No, he doesn't have the walking stoop anymore. Good use of those flares. And comes the recon plane. He's got enough resources now for that command tank. So for both teams, it's going to come down to this last engagement very close to the edge of the VPs. There's a Wolfer going in. Close range barrage. Doesn't quite get the lieutenant though. Trying to find an angle on the Sherman, which is hiding behind the shack at the moment. There goes, facing up now. Uh-oh, he's forgotten about this Ober. Looks like it's going to get away and he... No, actually doesn't. Guys, take it down. But the Sherman looks like it's going to go down here. And come the mediums, trying to force away these Allied infantry in the middle. Panzer's doing some decent damage. Now that's taken a bit of damage, has to pull back. And the Axis just have, especially ChubbyGauths, has just about nothing left. He calls in the Command Panther finally. There it comes. Capture being blocked here by these combat engineers. A lot of anti-tank guns for the Allies. Gonna make life very hard for SlayeR. Oh, that's actually a King Tiger, okay. It's not a Command Panther. He's gone for the big boy, and I think that's probably the right decision. Command Panther just doesn't have enough anti-infantry. And comes a Werfer barrage. Doesn't quite get the job done though. Shrek's trying to cap in here, but doesn't quite work out. Machine gun back there blocking it as well. Okay, here comes King Tiger. We've got the recon plane up, so the Axis should know the positions of most units.
We have only 50 points remaining.
AT guns should be coming in to do some damage to this King Tiger. King Tiger just sitting here trying to knock out these squads in the middle. Here we go, AT guns putting pressure on the KT. T-3485 comes in and he's taking a lot of damage from those Stugs, but one of them gets buttoned and engine damage. Tiger trying to back away. Oh, and that's going to be the killing blow. P-47's deep in enemy territory. There goes the Stug. The Werfer also went down to the P-47s, and that's going to be it. Nice effort from SlayeR, you know, he really played hard. The second elephant loss though, this one here was avoidable though, I'll say that much, and he's also very bad with the minesweeping, even after he had like several incidents with all these mines, which Bannoura did a really good job of planting on this right hand side. Still didn't get sweepers, that's a bit of a hole in his game. And yeah, there we go, Allies get the win. And but Drinkwater, you know, is pretty effective with his infantry. I feel like, yeah, ChubbyGauths is, you know, you could see that he was the lower ranked player in this seat. Preservation wasn't quite up to standard. But he fought hard, did some pretty good walking Stuka barrages. But it felt like the Axis overall just lacked a little bit of anti-infantry. They, especially in the late phases, you know, didn't have their machine guns up covering the VPs. I feel like SlayeR also got a little bit unlucky with his Werfer. Usually it wipes a bit harder than what we saw there, but I feel like he got a little bit unlucky with those barrages anyway. And overall, you know, there was a little bit too much float from most of the players here at different stages, so that's something they can look at. But overall, a very enjoyable game. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.